Hey everyone, and welcome back. Okay, let's just jump right into it because today we are talking about something that drives every trader absolutely crazy. We're going to break down why a trade that looks completely perfect, textbook perfect, can suddenly fall apart. It's the question, right? It's what keeps us up at night. You do all your homework, you wait for the perfect setup, everything lines up. So why does it feel like the market is personally out to get you? You know this feeling. We have all been there. You see the pattern, you time your entry just right, and you set a nice, tight, logical stop loss. And then, almost like it's scripted, the price just wicks down or up just far enough to hit your stop, and then it immediately reverses and rockets towards your original target, but you're not in the trade anymore. It is maddening, but I promise you, it is not random. Okay, so to understand what's really going on, we need to stop looking at just the entry signal. We have to uncover the fatal flaw that's hiding in plain sight in most of these perfect trades. And we're going to use a really great case study to break it all down. All right, so take a look at this. This is a chart of gold futures. And what do we see? A beautiful, crystal clear, rising wedge pattern. Now, if you're a technical trader, this is classic stuff. It's a big flashing sign that the buyers are getting tired, momentum is fading, and a breakdown could be coming soon. This is the kind of setup that gets you excited to place a trade. So the textbook approach here is pretty straightforward. It's a simple 1, 2, 3. Step 1, you spot this clean pattern. Step 2, you plan to enter a short position as soon as the price breaks down out of the wedge. And step 3, you set a tight and what seems like a very obvious stop loss just above the pattern. It all makes perfect sense, right? Well, this is exactly where the trap is being set. To really see the trap, we have to kind of shift our whole perspective. We need to stop seeing the market as just a bunch of lines and patterns and start seeing it for what it actually is, a hidden battlefield. And this is the whole key.
Are you ready to level up your trading skills? Visit and follow our TradingView Ideas page. You'll get actionable insights and training materials for free. Scan the QR code or use the link on the screen to keep in sync with the markets.
This one idea changes everything. Price isn't just bouncing around aimlessly on your screen. It's moving with a purpose. It is actively hunting for zones of liquidity. So the big question becomes, what exactly is liquidity? Well, put simply, liquidity is just where all the orders are hanging out. Think of them as big pools of money. And you know what one of the biggest, most predictable pools of liquidity is? It's the huge cluster of stop-loss orders from all the other traders who are looking at the exact same textbook pattern that you are. These are just sitting there, waiting to get triggered. So once you realize that price is drawn to these pools of orders like a magnet, you can start to understand the anatomy of a stop hunt. And that's the very thing that keeps kicking you out of perfectly good trades. Let's think about this together. Looking back at our chart at that perfect rising wedge, if everyone sees the same setup, where is the single most obvious, most crowded, most predictable place for all of them to put their stop loss? Yup, you got it. It's right above the upper line of that wedge. It seems so safe, right? It follows the rules, it keeps your risk small, but the problem is, because it's so obvious, it paints a giant target on its back. And all of those stops clustered together create what we call a stop hunt zone. It's not a single price level, it's a whole area. And this area acts like a magnet for price, because hitting all those stop orders provides the fuel, the liquidity that larger players need to push the market where they want it to go. And this chart just illustrates it perfectly. The real danger zone isn't just that tight line of the wedge, it's the entire area, from that obvious stop location all the way up to that next level of liquidity. Here it's marked as relevant UFO resistance, which stands for unfilled orders. The market will very often sweep through this entire zone before it makes its actual intended move. Okay, so now that we know what we're up against, how do we actually defend ourselves? How do we build a strategy that's strong enough to survive these kinds of moves?
Are you ready to level up your trading skills? Visit and follow our TradingView Ideas page. You'll get actionable insights and training materials for free. Scan the QR code or use the link on the screen to keep in sync with the markets.
Let's check it out. It really boils down to this comparison. The textbook stop is fragile, precisely because it's so predictable. An adaptive stop, on the other hand, is built with an awareness of liquidity. It's designed not just to be right about the direction, but to actually survive the chaos along the way. So here's what that looks like in the real world, using our gold example. The entry is the same. We get in on the breakdown around 4,815. But look at the stop. Instead of putting it just on the other side of the wedge, the adaptive stop is placed all the way up at 5,050, safely above that entire liquidity zone. This gives the trade room to breathe and survive that potential stop hunt. And a truly resilient strategy also has to be realistic. Price almost never moves in a perfectly straight line. You can see there's an intermediate target here, a bump in the road. This is a support level where price is probably going to react. Planning for these little zones is absolutely crucial for managing your trade properly. And all of this brings us to what I think is the most important lesson from this whole breakdown. Your real edge as a trader, it doesn't come from just finding pretty patterns. So let's boil it all down. First, your stop has to consider where the liquidity is, not just where a line on a chart is. Second, always remember, the most obvious spot for a stop is usually the most dangerous. Third, you've got to accept that surviving some volatility is just part of the game if you want to catch the bigger move. And finally, a tight stop doesn't do you any good if it just gets you kicked out of a winning trade. That's not efficient. And I want to leave you with this idea. Look, trading is not about having a perfect record and never taking a loss. That's impossible. The real goal is to get rid of the unnecessary losses, the ones that happen because we put our risk in the same predictable place as everybody else. So the next time you're setting up a trade, just ask yourself this one simple question. Am I setting this trade up just to be right about the direction? Or am I structuring it to survive what the market might throw at it so I can actually see it through to the end? Think about it, because the difference between those two mindsets is everything.
If our videos help you stay sharp episode after episode, hit pause, like, subscribe, and keep learning. Your support means a lot to us.